Isang mapagpalang araw po muli sa ating lahat, mga kapito. Narito na naman po muli ang inyong abang lingkod, former FIBA referee Eto Kamorawan. Patuloy po natin tatalakayin ang Article 12, ang jump ball at ang alternative possession po nito. Ang ating pong tatalakayin ay yung mga sitwasyon na nangyayari during this article. Ang sabi po sa statement sa article na yon, sabi doon, the team that does not gain the first team control of a live ball after the opening jump ball at the start of the game shall be awarded the ball for a throw-in to the place where there is to where the next jump ball situation occurs, except from directly behind the backboard. Ito pong unang tatalakayin natin na madalas mangyari sa mga sitwasyon na ito. Ang sabi doon sa example na sitwasyon, 2 minutes before the start of the game, A1 is charged with a technical foul. Na technical daw po ang A1. Hindi pa po nag-umpisa laro. Anong interpretation doon? One of the 5 Team B starting players shall attempt the free throw with no line-up. As the game has not yet started, the direction of the alternating possession arrow cannot be placed in favor of any team yet. The game shall start with a jump ball. Ulitin natin dito, Tagalog, para maunawaan natin maigi. 2 minutes daw bago magsimula ang game, not technical foul ang A1. Ang interpretation doon po, one of the 5 Team B starting players shall attempt the free throw with no lineup. Titira po ng 1 free throw ang any one of the 5 players starting ng Team B. So, ganito po gagawin natin dito. Pagpasok ng 5 na kabila at 5 na kabila, lalapit na sa coach kasi ang coach po ang magdidesignate kung sino ang free thrower. Pag sinabi ng coach, rep A1 ang titira ng free throw, technical free throw, patitirahin natin. After that, no line up yun. Pumasok hindi, jump ball ulit. Tandaan po natin, ang technical foul is a personal foul charged sa team A1 at charged din as a team foul sa penalty situation. Kaya nag-uumpisa pa lamang laro, may personal foul na A1 at meron one first team foul ang team A. Tandaan po natin, wag po tayong magmarunong sa rules kasi ang ginagawa ng iba, kasi ginagawa starting 5, starting 5 kabila, kinakausap ang player. Sabihin niya, sino titira sa inyo technical free throw? May technical pa sa kabila eh. Di, sabi ng A5, siya ako titira. Tumira na. Sumablay. Bigla sinabi ng coach, rep, teka. Ako ang pwede mag-designate ng thrower. Bakit binigay mo sa A5? Gusto ko tumira yung A1. Patay tayo. Umpisa pa lang, nagkaroon tayo ng problema. Kaya nga dapat, lagi natin, tandaan pa natin, pag nagkaroon ng technical foul, kausapin natin ng coach, sino ba ang gusto mong mag-take free throw? Huwag natin pangunahan, lalo pa sa starting ng laro na akala natin ganun-ganun lang. Any one of the starting 5 players, tinawag natin player, okay, sino gusto tumira? Hindi mo kinasangguni sa coach. Kaya umpisa pa lamang laro, nagkaroon na tayo ng problema. Maliwanag ko ba? Pag nangyari yun, ewan ko paano nyo i-resolve ba? Pero kung sa akin mangyari yun, honest mistake na mali na talaga ako doon. Tatawagin ko yung right thrower, paalisin ko na yung, hindi ko i-count yun o whatever. Pero maging problema doon, maging pumasok, palagay ko hindi na maging reklamo ang coach. Pumasok eh. Maging reklamo lamang siguro ang coach pag hindi pumasok ang tira ng technical free throw. Maliwanag ko ba? Okay, dadako tayo sa pangalawang example. Ang sabi sa pangalawang example, the crew chief tosses the ball for the opening jump ball. Before the ball reaches its highest peak, jumper A1 touches the ball. Ang sabi po doon sa example na yun, yung crew chief, inihagis ang bola, opening jump ball, pero ang bola, pataas pa lamang, hindi pa nag-highest peak, tinapik na ng A1. So, ano interpretation doon? This is a jump ball violation by A1. Okay? Team B shall be awarded a throw-in from its back front court close to the center line. Team B shall have 14 seconds on the shot clock as soon as the ball is placed at the disposal of a Team B thrower in. Team A shall be entitled to the first alternating possession throw-in. So, nagkaroon ng violation ng jumper A1, violation 2 to, ang Team B mag-throw-in saan? Doon sa front court. Kasi sa backcourt nangyari yung topic na kalaban eh. Backcourt yung, maging front court yun ng Team B. So, sa front court yun, since sa front court ang throw-in, may 14 seconds ang ibibigay sila sa shot clock. Okay? Then, pag nasa disposal na ng thrower B ang bola, yung first alternating possession throw-in ay ibibigay sa Team A, iikot ulit ang arrow. Ilalagay sa Team A dahil sila magkakaroon ng possession after the throw-in ng Team B. Okay, dadako tayo sa third situation na nangyayari during jump ball and alternative possession. Sabi doon, the crew chief tosses the ball for the opening jump ball. Before the ball reaches its highest peak, non-jumper enters the center circle from backcourt and front court. So, maliwanag ko kasi sa rules na to. Ang non-jumpers is one of the, yung 8 non-jumpers, allowed lamang silang pumasok sa circle, center circle, pag nagkaroon na ng legal tap. Dito sa sistemang ito, hindi pa nag-reach sa highest peak ang bola during the opening jump ball. Pumasok na ngayon ang non-jumper A2. Kung mangyari ito sa backcourt at front court, ito po ang interpretation. In both cases, this is a jump ball situation. A2, right there. In both cases, this is a jump ball violation by A2. Team B shall be awarded a throw-in close to the center line if from its front court with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Kung sa backcourt naman, 24 seconds shot clock ang mangyayari. Okay? At ang sabi pa rin doon, as soon as the ball is placed at the disposal of Team B thrower in, Team A shall be entitled to the first alternating possession throw-in. So, yung arrow po, ilalagay sa Team A. Sila ang magkakaroon ng first alternating possession throw-in pag nagkaroon ng jump ball situation. Isa pa pong example. Itong example na to, yung crew chief, tinose na po ang bola opening jump ball. Immediately, after the ball is legally tapped by jumper A1, na legal tap na, a held ball between A2 and B2 occurs. Nagkaroon po ng held ball ang A2 at B2 sa non-jumper. Then, pangalawang sitwasyon, nagkaroon ng double foul between A2 and B2 occurs. Nagkaroon po ng double foul. Anong nangyari doon? Okay, ano po doon ang interpretation? In both cases, as the control of a live ball was not yet established, the referee cannot use the alternating possession procedure. The crew chief shall administer another jump ball in the center circle and A2 and B2 shall jump. The time consumed on the game clock after the ball was legally tapped and before the held ball violation or double foul occurred shall remain valid. Bakit po valid? Kasi po, during jump ball, pag ang jumper na legally tap ang bola, yung game clock po umaandar na. Pag umandar na yan at nagkaroon ng held ball, yung time consumed sa oras na yon ay valid na. At pagkaroon ng double foul, yung time consumed during jump ball at sa double foul ay valid na. Okay ho ba? The third example, ito po, huling sample na tatalakay natin sa araw na ito. Isang sample, the crew chief tosses the ball for the opening jump ball. Immediately after the ball is legally tapped by jumper A1, the ball goes out of bounds and the ball is caught by A1 before it touches one of the non-jumpers on the court. Okay? Ang sabi po doon, paghagis ng crew chief ang bola, immediately after the ball is legally tapped, ibig sabihin, bababa sa high speed, bababa na legal tap by jumper A1 ang bola. Pero ang bola goes directly out of bounds. Yung pangalawang sitwasyon, nakuha niya, Scott, nakuha ng jumper A1 ang bola before it touches of one of the 8 non-jumpers or the court or the floor. Ano po interpretation doon? In both cases, dalawang scenario na yon, Team B shall be awarded a throw-in as the result of A1's violation. Violation po yun ng A1. If the throw-in is administered from the backcourt, Team B shall have 24 seconds on the shot clock. If from front court, Team B shall have 14 seconds on the shot clock. As soon as the ball is placed at the disposal of a Team B thrower in, Team A shall be entitled to the first alternating possession throw-in. Maliwanag ko, pag hawak na po ng player ang bola for disposal, ibig sabihin disposal, hawak na po bola, ready na po doon, papasok ang bola. So, yung first alternating arrow, mapupunta po sa Team A. Maliwanag ko ba? Ganyan lang po, susunod na tatalakay, ipapang example ng alternating possession. At siya pa mong magandang gabi pong muli sa inyo lahat. At huwag kalimutan, mag-like, mag-share, mag-follow, at mag-comment po sa aking tinalakay ngayong gabi. Maraming salamat pong muli sa inyo lahat. At magandang gabi. Bye-bye.